Hey, so glad that you decided to join us today. We're going to continue our discussion together about how I failed financially as a pastor. Stick around as we unbox this. I'm Dr. Robert Davis, family life educator and relationship coach. And welcome to Unboxed, a frank and straightforward conversation about relationships. We're going to talk about family, church, workplace, and all other types of relationships. Join me for the next few moments as we unbox the power and potential of relationships and help you to live your best life. All right, welcome. Do me a favor before we get started. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. That's right. Like, subscribe, and share. And then do me one more favor. If you're listening to this by broadcast, please make sure that you check out our website. It's www.swg-unboxed.org. That's swg-unboxed.org. And you can learn more about the various services that we provide to help leaders become more effective and to create healthy workplace cultures. Okay, so I talked about how the pastoring in the Seventh-day Adventist denomination and how that whole financial structure is set up. And one of the things that I personally failed at was being clear about my financial future, being very clear about where I want to be, what I want to have, etc., for my own financial future. And I want to build on that just a little bit more with the second point, which is take responsibility for my financial future. That's another area that I messed up in. I did not take responsibility for my financial future. Great leaders, in order not to bring stress and tension and all kinds of anxiety into the workplace, they become very clear about what they want their financial future to look like. And second of all, they take responsibility for their financial future. As I was coming along, there were some older ministers who even opted out of Social Security. There were older ministers who did not have, and unfortunately, there are some ministers now who do not have, solid 501c3s to help them, or 401bs when they planning to retire. And so what they're doing is they're leaving their retirement into the hands of the denomination. Now, the way that it works in our conferences is this: when you retire, you get a defined benefit, which they used to call pensions, etc., which means that when you retire, you know exactly what you're going to be receiving. And if I remember correctly, it's about 75 to 90%. Please don't quote me on this. 75 to 90% of what your salary was when you retired. But there's a lot of other variables in that as it relates to health insurance, life insurance, and others. Man, it becomes real crazy. And so you have to take responsibility for your own financial future. And I remember when I was planning to retire from congregational leadership, several of the senior men, that's older pastors, would share with me, hey, listen, if you leave now, what are you going to do about the extra money you could have accumulated and received in the retirement plan? And this is the thing that I shared. And I was so glad that I finally got to this place. I said, if I am going to be dependent on the retirement plan when I retire, then I'm already in a messed up financial place to begin with. If I am going to be at the mercy of a pension plan, at the mercy of an organization's or a company's or a corporation's retirement plan, then I'm already in a bad place. And you can imagine, the older you get, the closer you come to retirement, and those numbers start to rise, and you begin to see just how poor off you are financially, how that can affect your personal productivity on your job. So I encourage everyone to take responsibility for your own financial future. Get yourself a financial advisor. Make sure that you are setting your money aside. It's no one else's responsibility but yours. But then again, that's great leadership, because great leaders take responsibility. I'll talk more about this when we get together the next time. See you then.
Seasoned with Grace, Unboxed also provides healthy relationship training and leadership development for businesses, churches, and community organizations. For a free consultation to discuss your team's needs, please contact us at our website at swg-unboxed.org. That's swg-unboxed.org.